1. The man had been turned down by the bank for a loan. As he turned to leave the banker's office, he said, "I just talked to the wrong man. I really wanted to talk to the friendly free lending man whom I see every night in your television commercials." 2. A man was applying to the bank for an automobile loan. He said to the banker, "I noticed that the sign on your desk says, Personal Loan Department." "What is a personal loan?" "That's the kind of a loan we are making now," the banker explained. "When we make the loan we put it on the computer. We leave it there as long as you make your payments on time. But if you ever miss a payment, that's when we get personal. And, incidentally, we can get very personal when you get behind." 3. A banker was chatting with a friend at their weekly civic club meeting. "When I was a little fellow," the banker said, "my ambition was to become a pirate." "You must be very happy," his friend said. "Few men in life ever realize their childhood dreams."
4. A banker was being interviewed about the business outlook. "How do you feel about business trends during the next year?" the newspaperman asked. "I'm optimistic," the banker said. "I think we're going to have the greatest business year this part of the country has ever seen. However, I am worried a bit about it." "If you are so optimistic about the future," the newspaperman asked, "why are you worried?" "I'm afraid," said the banker, "that my optimism might not be justified." 5. A man was reading the morning paper and said to his wife, "Hey, listen to this. The cashier at the bank has absconded with $60,000. Not only that, but he stole one of the bank's executive limousines and ran off with the bank president's wife." "My, that's awful," said his wife. "I wonder who they will get to teach his Sunday school class next week."
6. The day was hot and the child in the barber chair was wearing a little sunsuit. Sensing that this was the first haircut the kid had ever had, the barber worked rapidly in spite of his little victim's screams and mother who kept saying, "Not too short, not too short." The entire ordeal was over within 6 or 7 minutes, and the child immediately ran to the mother, weeping and sobbing. "That's just about the worst haircut I ever saw," the woman said. The barber was not too happy over the episode himself, and he said, "Look, lady, that's the same haircut I have been giving little boys for years." "Boy," cried the mother. "This is a girl." 7. A woman was shopping for a shawl for her grandmother. She found a beautiful hand-knit woolen import, but was shocked to see that the price was $95. "Are you sure the price is correct?" she asked the sales clerk. "That seems terribly high." "Not at all," the clerk said. "This shawl is made from the finest vicuña wool in the world. No other wool is this soft and silky. It comes from high in the Andes. Each year there is only enough to make 2 dozen shawls. Feel it, please. Isn't that the most beautiful yarn in the world?" "Yes, it is," said the customer, "and you certainly do tell it well." 2. 8. The little girl came home from school and said to her mother, "I wish you would let me take my bath in the morning before I go to school instead of at night before I go to bed." "What difference does it make?" her mother asked. "Every day at school," the little girl said, "the teacher tells everybody to stand up who had a bath today. And I haven't even been able to stand up one time since school started."